ready to get the match underway. MIKHAILOVA on the left for Russia, Wang on the right for China. Now, there are technical issues and there are technical issues, and I'll tell you what this one is. The referee's microphone's not working, and we want to hear what the referee's saying, because the referees are the ones making the calls here. And of course, not only for us, but for the athletes, they need to be able to hear what the referee's saying. There we go. Up and running. Microphone's working, fencer's ready. Let's go for gold.
Nice start though by MIKHAILOVA. She's aggressive, likes to take the blade as well. Immediately challenged, almost bowing over. Please, can you take a look at this? So there's the attack from the right, and it's only one challenge, and that's gone from MIKHAILOVA. Another attack by MIKHAILOVA. That's 3 so far. She tried to, but this time Wang pulled distance, was able to hit on the counter. MIKHAILOVA took one step back and went for the parry, but Wang was able to blast through. Still the attack, a slow attack in the middle.
Acknowledged there by WANG Chenyi. A great start for MIKHAILOVA. She gets a 2-point lead as the fencers come off and are replaced by their number 2s. TALLADA coming on for Russia and PAN Qimiao coming on for China. Fascinating to see what PAN has done in the junior competition, winning the gold there. The cadet competition yesterday, winning the gold there. She has looked a little tired today.
I'll tell you one thing, she did pull it together to get China into this gold medal match, because it looked really glum for them with that big deficit against Hungary. Oh, Pan went to the attack of fair, it was beat attack, but she went to the outside target where TALLADA was waiting.
So this is the gold medal match. We've already had the bronze medal match over in the main arena where Hungary beat Japan. So Hungary will be on the 3rd step of the podium. And we're now here to sort out who's going to be on the 1st and 2nd steps.
Oh, that's the attack. Pan pushing. It's a lot of giving up ground. There's not much she could do there. She was getting pushed. She steamrolled down the piece. Once you get to the back there, out of options.
We have seen the Chinese team at least once today getting off to a bit of a slow start and then coming through in the middle. They never panic.
It's the same thing here. They felt behind the 8 ball here as well. They don't panic. And there's a sort of comfort zone when they know they have Pan on their team, which is capable of it.
Got to be cautious not to be over-reliant on one fencer, though.
PAN drew the attack by TALLADA short there. She still seems to be moving those legs pretty well, the third consecutive day for her. Big attack from the right, but referee Barrota's going to take a look at it first. Body language says that PAN thinks it's hers. TALLADA doesn't really showing much emotion. Look at PAN already on the on-guard line, ready to go. And there it is, what we thought we saw. And this time, PAN did the same time where she attacked to the outside target. This time she went to the inside target and outfoxed TALLADA. And this time went to the head, a different target. So PAN, I believe they were down at 9-5, and that takes the lead.
Yeah, 10-9 for China, and it was PAN Qimiao getting the lead for China. Out comes GU Jiarong. PAN and Malena. KUNASHEVA comes on for Russia. Tight as you like, as you want, as a neutral. I'm sure there are many Russian and Chinese fans out there that are big time rooting for their team, but as a neutral, this is a fantastic start. Leg number 3. Target score of 15 points.
Big step forward by KUNASHEVA, and she got hit in the preparation. Who took a nice big step back to draw KUNASHEVA short, was able to make her new attack. This time, KUNASHEVA was able to pick up the blade and make her riposte. Attack in the middle by KUNASHEVA. You heard the blade contact, but it was too late. KUNASHEVA's attack hit the exact moment GU tried to make the parries. Too late.
You know, it's all square as well. I feel that the referees called this right. Adam Brewer said that GU stepped in to distance. She stopped. She was having a look. And then the first response comes from KUNASHEVA. GU's called for a video review. Your thoughts?
I think I agree with you on that one. But GU seemed pretty adamant that it was hers. I will say this entire leg has been fenced in the box, that 4-meter zone in between the two on-guard lines. Neither fencer has been able to get out of it.
Video appeal burnt then for GU. Target score of 15, 13 apiece. Same action for me.
Exactly the same. Not even a question. This time, KUNASHEVA stepped forward with no intent to hit. GU saw the opening and she started the attack.
Just slowed up that first step for the Chinese athlete.
Gu was preparing, not ready for that, and a little stop cut by their KUNASHEVA.
15-14, then the lead changes hands again, but it's only flicking around by one hit difference, and the Russians are leading 15-14. Second outing for TALLADA for Russia on the left-hand side, and second outing now for Wang. We're a third of the way through this gold medal match, and it is finely balanced. Leg number 4.
At the very last second, Wang pulled her arm back, and Brewer says the attack started from the left. Attacking in stages, it was TALLADA. Wang has to be the initiator here. She tried to be the initiator, but she stopped after her first step forward. TALLADA almost taunting Wang. They're putting the point in line and deceiving it every time Wang went for it, but at the end of the day, Wang scored in the attack. It's a nice second intention riposte by Wang there. Wang looked over at the team box, and the coach put his finger up saying, "You were a hit, don't challenge it."
Just for the first time in the match now, we're just starting to see the Russians pull away a little bit, and it's another one for them, and they now open up a 4-point lead. And we talked a bit about China earlier on. They don't worry too much about getting off to a slow start. They shore it up in the middle, and that's not happening here. But then saying that, Gu comes on for the Chinese, going up against Mikhailova. Will the Russians sense this is another big opportunity to open the lead up, this particular leg?
This is a huge opportunity for them to open it up, exactly. Gu has to keep it close here.
I don't really want to get into the geekiness of it all, but I'm going to have to, because the teams effectively line up in positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You kind of have a little bit more control of spreading out your athletes if you are positions 1, 2, 3. China are 4, 5, 6 here, which means that if PAN is going to finish for them, which they want her to, she's going to have a big gap between her first fight and her second fight, and it's when the Russians have to capitalize.
That's true. But
capitalize they are doing.
The good news for China is PAN has 2 of the last 4 legs, and we know that she's the strongest fencer. So yes, it's a disadvantage in the middle, but at the end it's an advantage. So that's why Mikhailova has to try to continue to open it up here. This is their moment.
Oh, that's lovely from Mikhailova as well.
Just a big attack in the middle after pulling short on the previous one.
Well, that's a nice last hit, really well constructed by Mikhailova in leg number 5, and that is a pretty good job, going 5-1 to open up a big gap now. 8 points for Russia, and now we have a massive leg for China. If Pan can go on the kind of run that we know she's capable of, the league could change hands here.
Well, that last leg was big for Russia. They knew they had a little bit of an advantage, and they took advantage of it. This is twice as big for China because it's getting late in the game here, and they're down by 8, so they really need Pan to have a gigantic leg.
The Russians may be thinking here that what they have to do is ensure that Pan doesn't get ahead too far. They're going to be thinking, look, if we're 1 or 2 behind, it's not too big a deal, because now we've got 2 fights to build it back up again, and then Pan's got to do all that hard work again. We'll find out. KUNASHEVA on the left for Russia, Pan from China on the right, and she scores first.
And she still has the legs after the 3rd day in a row fencing.
Pan scores again.
And KUNASHEVA has to get out of the middle there, because to get hit on 2 straight attacks in the middle like that, you have to pull distance, or you have to try to attack first.
Pan on the long attack. Oh, nicely jumped in there. Good, I think, bit of instinctive counter-attacking there from KUNASHEVA.
Very disappointed there was Pan.
More cautious on the attack, but another counter-action.
Oh, that's frustrating for Pan because she scored 2 simple attacks in the middle, and now she's working so hard, pushing like that to get hit on counterattacks both times. So keep going with what works. In the middle, it's working.
Pressure that Pan is under is immense. Immense. And just taking a little bit more time at the end of the attack and pushing her opponent all the way to the end of the piece made it a little bit easier for Pan.
That's exactly the difference why that she scored on that one.
Well, now, does the first one miss? I think it does for Pan. So does referee Baruta, and he's given that to the left. I don't think this appeal is going to go Pan's way.
Nor do I, unless KUNASHEVA missed on her first action. Looked like Pan was short, and KUNASHEVA hit.
Hit indeed does stand for Russia, and a big scream of joy for KUNASHEVA. And again, same thing, stepping in, missing, and now critically, Pan has no video appeals, and she's asking, hey, can you explain the hit for me? She's allowed to do that. She's done it politely. There's no problem with that. But the problem she's got is she can't challenge it. Referee's made his decision. He's not going to the video, and that's it.
It looked like the right decision to me.
Now, they came in, China, to this like 8 hits down. Pan would have been expected not only to close the gap, but perhaps take the lead. But what's happened now is that it's a 6-point deficit. She has closed the gap, but KUNASHEVA only needs 1 to get to the target score. So now Pan can't make any mistakes.
But these last 2 were big, and that's 5 of her 7 touches have been scored in the middle of the piece. Can Pan get another?
I mean, I'd fancy, if I was KUNASHEVA, to bring her onto me, because I've got a couple of, not cheap, I've got a couple of really nice counter-actions. So why not? Why not give it a go? Let her come forwards and try and find a moment to go, not attack into preparation, but counter-block. I mean, counter will make
Maybe
miss.
KUNASHEVA's been successful 2 of the 3 times she pulled distance. She's been unsuccessful 100% of the time in the middle. So
yeah, so why stay in the middle?
Yeah, so I agree with you. Give the other move a chance.
Easy to analyse from up here in the commentary position. There's a little bit more hectic down on the piste, I'd imagine. She is pulling distance, but she left it too wide then, and nice, easy finish.
Whatever happens here, these last 3 that Pan got are big for China.
Oh, that is class. Now, she's changed it up there. She's made KUNASHEVA think she had the right of way and made miss, and then landed when she picked up the right of way. Opportunity for KUNASHEVA. Opportunity knocks, and the door was pushed wide open. KUNASHEVA, for me, has done really well there. Yes, PAN scored 9 and closed the gap up, but Russia still lead by 4.
The key there when it was 29-22 is that PAN was able to bring it to 26, because had she not been able to do that, this match could have been big trouble for China. Right now, they're still alive. The team has been relying on PAN. Now it's time for the others to step up.
Coming on for China, who trail by 4, GU Jiarong. And then for Russia, TALLADA, Karina TALLADA. And we talked about how we evaluate the individuals. TALLADA is on a 0 indicator. She scored as many as she's given away. This is her 3rd fight, and now we have an issue with the mic, but that's been fixed from the other side of the hall somehow. The mic of the referee, of course it was. We are in leg number 7, target score 35, and Karina TALLADA could make her teammates have a marvellous opportunity here. She can just maintain that 4-point lead. 5-5 would be enough. White lights coming up don't affect any of the scoring here. There's just a weak link there, a bit of extra resistance, and it's a bit distracting.
As a referee, I can tell you it's extremely distracting, and they want to get that fixed before they recommence.
And that's what he's talking to her about now. Just checking that the first thing you check is the body cord is going straight into the weapon, because as they move, it pulls in and out, and that could bring up that white light. There is the white light, and now Brewer is going to call for the technicians to come and isolate where the error is, the issue is, and then fix it. It looks like GU Jiarong knows what the problem is. I wonder if the weapon's come a little loose, or the body wire's got a little break in.
The body cord. I think it's the connection between the body cord and the weapon. Sometimes the body cord is fine, it's just a loose connection. Usually switching the saber will get the job done. We'll see.
She is going for the body wire, Jeff, body wire. She's going to change that. I can hear the whole fencing community in the United States of America going, no, Karen, Jeff's right, it's called a body cord. Either way.
That's according to me.
It's the body wire being changed just off picture to the right-hand side at the moment, and we are in this tactical. Well, it's not a tactical quandary. It's the two teams would have known this was the potential. This was where it was going to happen. PAN was going to be the one that had to do the heavy lifting for China, and they would be thinking, right, we might be behind by a couple of points, and we want PAN to get us back into the match. Russians would be thinking, right, PAN's our danger. Let's get as many points as we can. Which, if you wanted to be a team manager in either box, which box would you choose right now? The Russian box or the Chinese box?
Well, I think I would take the Russian box right now.
Yeah.
Because I think really only one fencer for China is firing on cylinders. And GU is -4. She's -6. So the Russians know that GU has a big negative indicator going into this.
-6, yeah. -6 means that she has had 6 more hits scored on her than she has scored against her opponents. It's the indicator is a measure. It's not the whole story, but it's the measure of how the individual has performed within this team format. Body wire / cord changed for GU Jiarong.
Still the attack from the left. What a great action by GU. On one side, she pulled TALLADA short, and then meticulously, she pushed her all the way down the piece, finally got close enough to hit on the attack.
Gap still 4 points, which is what the Chinese and Russians came into with this one. China trailing by 4. And still stick with the fact that if TALLADA can keep it at 4 by the time she gets to 35, so Jiarong on 31 or less, the Russians will be happy. They both went fishing. They both decided there was nothing out there to catch, and then GU Jiarong had one final cast of the rod to score the hit.
Again, GU initially draws TALLADA short, and once she did that, she has the advantage, and she took the advantage, pushing her all the way to the end of the piece and picking her off at will at the end.
GU with a shout here of getting the lead for China now. Yeah. Absolutely nailed that one. GU just got it all wrong there.
Oh, so she started that attack from too far out of distance, and that allowed TALLADA to take that extra retreat and hit on the counterattack.
So, TALLADA doesn't want GU, and Russia do not want GU to score any more points. If GU does, she's done a good job for China. Parry riposte.
Sorry, that beat attack was parry riposte. You got that one. She had the right action, but this time TALLADA was waiting for it.
So just like that, guide scoreline of 35-31, TALLADA keeping the 4-hit lead, it really benefits the Russians more than it does the Chinese. And now there is a big opportunity, but the Chinese have pulled the plug on WANG Chenyi by the looks of things. And I think they have. I'll just check that it is Li who's come on. It is Li Wanxuan who's come on for China for the 9th leg. This, it could well be tactical. They could have decided to do this early, but equally, given the situation, it may be a response. KUNASHEVA 35 lead, the reserve on for China 31.
Big attack in the middle by KUNASHEVA. She's got a length and reach advantage. Attack in preparation on Li's first step. KUNASHEVA saw the opening. She's quick on her feet.
Oh, nice. I don't think even she knew she got that when she went to flick over the top, and I think she actually hit on the way back up, pulling her arm up, and a nice hit, but now a 5-point deficit.
No challenge, thought about it. Oh, she took the big galloping step lead with her arm was still back. And the referee says the attack goes to KUNASHEVA.
Li snaps her weapon in the progress, in the process, I should say, and now has to get a new one. 5 points the deficit. Could be opened up to 7 here if it goes KUNASHEVA's way.
Attack from the left, straight attack right in the middle. Li has to try to get a couple here before the Russians get to 40. Counter riposte.
A little scrappy, a little messy, but the Chinese will take it. Makes miss with a parry, and does she get the first one?
Yes, it was a beat attack, sort of did a hop forward, but it was her beat attack that went straight.
get a bit of hair management at the request of Adam Brewer, the referee. So, tell us why.
The hair, when it goes over the electric jacket, the lame, if the saber were to hit the hair, theoretically, it would not conduct and the touch wouldn't count. That's the reason why the hair has to be inside the mask. And it's good to see the referee enforcing it. Some referees are a little laissez-faire about it, and it's doing a good job, especially in the gold medal match of the World Championships. China needs Li to try to squeak out one or two more touches here.
Yeah, this is a big ask even for the cadet and junior individual champion who's coming on next for China. 5-point deficit. Yes, she's brilliant, she's great, but she's going up against Mikhailova, who is a great fencer herself.
Be a tall task.
China need more, but Russia are one away from taking them into a dominant position into the final leg, and she gets it on the long attack, and you can see that the partial celebrations of this world title are being painted or writ large on the piece, and we've got one more match to go. I am definitely not writing off the Chinese here, but this is a big task for Pan, Jeff.
She has been superwoman all the way through the competition here in Rio, individually and in team. This is one final opportunity. She came back from 40-34 deficit against Hungary, against Demokos, and let's see if she can do it again. Tall task indeed.
Yeah, massive. She's got to score 10 hits before Mikhailova can get to 5. You would, at this stage, fancy Mikhailova, but let's see what happens after the next couple of hits. If Pan does this, it's going to be very hard for any foilist or any epist, and those two weapons are coming in the next 6 days, to match the superstar performance from Pan. No intent off the line from the Chinese athlete. Mikhailova gets the 41st hit. Cancelled out.
Yeah, we saw Pan score a lot of actions right in the middle here.
Oh, the distraction with the blade work from the Russian worked brilliantly.
It did. Oh, look at the little dejected body language with Pan.
Doesn't let her head go down. She's got a really good mental process and reset. She'll have a little shoulders go down for a tiny bit, takes a few steps, and then she's right back to the game. Every hit counts, and you can just start to see the efforts she's going through, just stretching out that back leg there. 3 full days of fencing for PAN Qimiao. She's put in more mileage on the piece than any other SABRE at these World Championships.
Indeed. Nice attack by Mikhailova there. Still the attack from the right. Okay, a little exultation.
Not over yet, not over by a long shot. 4-point deficit now for China. And that is an attack from the right. Oh, is it going to be a triple gold medal for PAN Qimiao? Aleksandra Mikhailova trying to settle her nerves. She's 2 away from taking Russia to the title here. Picks up the blade, and PAN Qimiao, her shoulders are going down. She knows she cannot make a mistake now. The Russian's on the verge. Misses the first one. The riposte is no. And then somehow PAN Qimiao gets a bit of a lucky one there. Mikhailova having a word with herself. Attack from the right. The pressure is immense here. Support coming nervously and the Russians in the crowd. Attack from the right. It was just there was more intent off the line, and Mikhailova looks like she may have just taken a little knock on the front knee there, and she's just going to try and walk it off. She's sort of said, no, I don't need the medic, but I think the medic is coming out anyway. And wow, holding the ankle as well. So I wonder if there was a clash of the front feet there between the two. Pan looks all right. So, just one in it. Oh my goodness me. If Pan gets the next hit, this is, well, just one heck of a comeback. Attack from the right for me. PAN Qimiao has put China back in this. The gold medal match comes down to just 1 point, 44-44. And now, just to add to the pressure, it's Aleksandra Mikhailova who's been asked to sort out her hair. Ooh. What a World Championships this has been so far, especially if you PAN Qimiao. She has taken the junior title on day one, the cadet title on day two, and now she has carried a heavy load for China in the team competition. She's on the verge of getting her third title of this tournament. 1 to go. Russia 44, China 44. Oh, what an attack! It was a brave move from Pan to step into the middle, draw the attack, look for para-riposte, but Aleksandra Mikhailova was pushed right to the brink, and she landed one of the best attacks of the tournament so far to take Russia to the world title. What a performance by both teams here. What a performance from PAN Qimiao of China, individual, cadet and junior champion, and part of the biggest part of the Chinese team who've taken silver. But Russia have been anchored over the line to the world title at Rio 2026 by Aleksandra Mikhailova. The formality's done at 44-44. The referee has to go to the video to ensure that there's no infringements. And there we have it, Russia crowned world champions. But boy, oh boy, China / PAN Qimiao ran them close. Awesome, awesome stuff here in Karaoke 1. And the cadet and junior women's sabre season, with that, comes to a close. Yes, there are some medals to hand out a little bit later on, but the grueling 12 months that these athletes have been to have resulted in Russia taking the junior team world title, China taking the silver medal, and Hungary taking bronze. Stay with us, we have one more sabre gold to decide here as the junior men